Funland.
Hello, this is Geeks Assembled Audioheads, and I am Susan, and I've got four fellows here to review Baker's End Gobbleknoll Hall, and it's pretty funny. Anyway, love this. Tom Baker is brilliant. But before I say anything more, I'd like to find out what these fellas are said. And let's begin this fabulous day. Oh my gosh, giggles, the giggles. Everybody's got the giggles. Oh, okay. We'll go to Graham because he's not giggling.
I'm God's wicked. I'm not allowed to giggle. Gobbleknoll Hall. It's just another wacky outing by the brainchild of Paul Marv, really, isn't it? You've got the after events of the King of Cats, where he's now quite literally the King of Cats, good old Tom Baker. It's a fudge-knockingly good episode. You've got the whole reality TV aspect to it, where it's taking the absolute utter piss, excuse my language, out of a well-known reality TV show called Most Haunted. You've got the Derek Acora type character, which I thought was hilarious. And you've got, obviously, Susan, Mrs. Furley, and the old King of Cats in the middle of this, with the return of the... What was the spirit thing called again?
The one with some kind of spirit thing, really. I don't think they... Huh? But...
The what?
The sinister presence.
There you go. That's the term I was looking for. The sinister presence. Who, at various points in this thing, I wasn't too sure if it was a male or a female voicing it. I settled on the fact that it was probably a female, just the way it was done, but there we go. But I don't know. Good outing. And in terms of best bits, I'll get to that once you get to these fine gents.
Okay. Then Tim, what did you go next?
Well, the actual title is Gobbleknoll Hall. Even Paul Morris doesn't go with Gobbleknoll Hall. I think that's a bit too on the nose. But it was this more of the same. The same, fun with the English language, use of adjectives and all that stuff. I mean, it's amazing what they get these guys to do and say. In this story, it's all just a load of fun. It's just a bunch of camp nonsense. But they sound like they're having a really good time doing it. They got the bird in from Charlie Brooker's shows, right? What's her name? I don't remember her real name. Playing the hostess of the TV show.
Marcella Booby.
I think that was the character name, is it? No, it's the actress. There you go.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, like we said last time, if you need a laugh or if you're having a shit day, just listen to one of these, and you won't be able to stop laughing out loud. Try not to be listening to it in public because people will look at you and point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Lee, what did you think of this?
Well, now you know why we was laughing. Because of your title of the story. Yeah, I love it. I just love, as I said, Paul Mar's words he puts into Tom Baker's mouth is just amazing. The way, I mean, I wasn't expecting the expletive ass biscuits. For me, I was interested in this one because me personally I do go on these paranormal investigations. I have done quite a few in my time. I have stayed in empty houses over the night and, stood in the dark saying, is anybody there and stuff like that.
You mean you're on the squatting? No.
But, I have done, yes, I do the Ouija board and stuff like that. So, yeah,
there you go.
I was intrigued with this story and, it delivered. I enjoyed it. I mean, the medium, Mr. Lufdick.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, I can't say any more than that, can I?
There you go.
Yeah, like the whole thing seems like an entendre on on the male member anyway.
You all right?
Oh, sorry. Let's go to Geoffrey. I thought that Lee had more to say, and I interrupted him. Sorry. Okay, Geoffrey, go for it.
It's a wonderfully crafted piece of British eccentricity. I don't think it could be done anywhere else in the world. It's lunacy. Katie Manning, brilliant as usual, playing Susie. Tom Baker, there's nothing you can say about that man. He's not only a genius Doctor Who, he's a comic genius. He's just brilliant. And Susan Jameson playing Mrs. Frimbley is absolutely superb. And poor old David Benson doing the Reverend Ailing. Oh dear, I feel so sorry for that guy. The stuff that he's given is pretty evil. But yeah, it's just wonderful. It is just wonderful. The lunacy of it makes it just a magical hour, and I just love the whole thing.
I'm so glad. Let me tell you. I was duly amazed. Right around the corner from our apartment building here in Massachusetts, they are building a mystery house in a huge old building, and they're going to have like the upstairs is going to be this mystery house where in the holidays they're going to have haunted houses, and then anyway, it's exciting to have that nearby. It was great to hear what was supposed to be for the BBC. The mystery show was amazing, and Susie is adorable. I just love Katie Manning. Oh my gosh, the things that she did, works out. She's just so cool. Anyway, yeah. So, and I mean, you think that she could be, it's such a zany thing. You think, oh, she's gonna play it like she does the other stuff that she does. It's zany, like Iris Wildthyme to be one, but she just goes and does this other thing with Susie. I'm impressed. Anyway, the lady gets all the kudos from me out of this one and the next one. But let me just find out your favorite bits. Let's start and go backwards. Geoffrey, would you please let me know your favorite bits and stuff?
It's very hard to pick a bit out of it that I particularly like, because I just enjoyed the whole thing so much. But yeah, him doing the King of Cats, and he does everything that he can to prevent the spooky, to prevent the investigation from going wrong. But it's Mrs. Frimbley really that tries to hold the whole thing together. But she's balmy in her own sort of way. But when it comes to this and seeking out the ghosts of Gobbleknoll Hall, she just really does so well in this. It's a brilliant performance. Yeah, as I say, I can't pick out a moment that I love more than any other, because the whole thing is just so brilliantly clever and funny and mad. And yeah, the writing is just extraordinary, and his use of the English language and his invention of some of the English language is just brilliant and takes me back to the Goon shows, which of course I used to listen to live on the radio when they were being broadcast. And it's very, very much in that ilk. You know, it is just so very clever. If there was going to be a new Goon show, this would be the guy to write it. It's just brilliant.
All right, Lee, what's your favorite bits?
I'd just like to say I still listen to the Goon Show. They're brilliant. As Big Dad said, from beginning to end, there's that many. It's just the words, the language. I do like the team of the TV presenter, the psychic, and the cameraman. The poor old cameraman. But it's Tom and Katie for me. Just brilliant chemistry, and it's, as I said, the words what come out of Tom's mouth, it's just awesome. And it also as well, I like the way Tom sort of riles the psychic up by getting his name wrong every time, because he keeps calling him Mr. Dicklove. And he has to correct him every time, Mr. Love Dick. Every time, all through it. But it just, yeah, I was giggling, to myself every time that happened. It's as I say, it's just enjoyable from beginning to end. Love it. Paul Mars is a genius. Does Tom. Okay.
All right, Tim, what did you think? What's your favorite bit?
Well, it's interesting. Everybody's talking so much about Katie's character. She's actually the straight man in the piece, because she's the one that's just there, and in other words, all the comedy bounces off of her. But I would just say that I like how they break the fourth wall at the end of it and just start telling everybody that's listening, "Hey, join us next time for a fart knocking good time or fudge knocking, whatever it was."
Fudge knocking next episode.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I mean, it's hard. Like Beef Dad said, you really can't pick out one. It's just from start to finish. It's just it's like listening to somebody tell a bunch of funny jokes.
Okay, Graham, what's your favorite funny joke then?
I've not got a funny joke. I'm not funny, but that's neither here nor there. For me, no, like the guys have alluded to, it's hard to pick out a favourite, but I did find it interesting though, the resolution to the thing, where there was the book for his library that Katie had brought along to the actual house, and she gave it to Mr. Love Dick or whatever his name was, and he basically ran a mile. Oh, that's truly evil. Take it away, But that wasn't. So I found out that at the end of the day, that book ended up being the solution to the events of the story, by gobbling everything up, so to speak. Excuse the pun, in Gobbleknoll Hall, and then it flew all the way back to Baker's End. Go figure. Just great use of the English language, as has already been mentioned. Great humour, and batshit crazy off the wall. I enjoyed it.
All right, let's do your final say and your score. Unless you have something to criticize, you guys go ahead and do your final say and score for Gobbleknoll Hall. I had to do it again. Let's start with Graham.
Well, what can I say? You got to love those dicks. 9 out of 10.
All right, thanks. And how about you, Tim? What did you think?
Well, if I had a complaint, I would say I want more of these. I wish they put them out like monthly or something. But then it might be too much of a good thing. No, it's an easy 10. It's a lot of fun.
Oops. Thank you. And Lee, what did you score it, or do you have anything to criticize?
Yes, there's nothing to criticise. Please watch, subscribe, and view. This is a subliminal message what I'm putting at the end of here. Please subscribe to the channel.
Watch this fudge knocking cast.
Yeah. Yes. And we might get the title of the audio right at the end of it. It's a 10 from me.
Thank you. And Geoffrey, go for it.
Why? What's he doing?
Whatever you like.
It's brilliantly conceived. It's brilliantly performed. It's incredibly funny. With an awful lot of audios, you get to a point and you think to yourself, oh god, but not with this. It's just so incredible. I mean, it's got to be a 10.
Thank you. Let me see. For me, I'll give it a 10 because it is hilarious, and the fact that they started building this tower where the library is going to go, that was a nice bookend for this one and the next one. So with that, I'll give it 10 towers.
Nice to see you in the asshole this evening.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You're like that every evening.
Well, you don't have to agree completely with us, but it is nice that you're here. Thanks for coming, Graham.
Not a problem, dearie. Yes.
And that was
the checks in the post.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And with that, we'll like to tell you to tune in a couple of days to hear our next podcast about our next Audiohead podcast about the next Baker's End, called the Tatty Bogle or the Titty Bogle.
Oh my God! Really? Tatty Bogle. Nice to see where your mind is, dearie. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was with that, I'll end our podcast about Gobbleknoll Hall. So anyway.
Thank you, Sue, for keeping us abreast of the situation. Yeah.
And yeah. Do like, subscribe, and do all that other jazz. And stay tuned to our Facebook group and our Tumblr and our Twitter and stuff. Okay, bye guys.